XRP holders, the Swift narrative just got serious. And I want to be very clear from the start. I am not here to tell you that Swift officially confirmed XRP settlement. That did not happen. But that is exactly why this story is more interesting than the old narrative. For years, people said Swift would adopt Ripple, XRP would move trillions per day, and the banking system would flip a switch. That sounds powerful, but the real story unfolding right now is more subtle. The question is not just, is Swift using XRP? The better question is, what happens if Ripple's payment network, stablecoin rails, treasury infrastructure, banking partners, and Swift-connected institutions all begin moving into the same financial layer? Before we go deeper, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold anything. I'm simply connecting public information and explaining why this matters for XRP holders. The biggest mistake people make is thinking this story has to be Ripple replacing Swift overnight. That is not how banking works, and it is also not really how Swift works. Swift is mainly a messaging layer. It helps banks communicate payment instructions, but the actual settlement, the actual movement of value, and the liquidity problem happens somewhere else. And that is where Ripple has always been dangerous. Ripple is not just trying to send messages faster. Ripple is trying to modernize the part of finance where money actually moves. That brings us to Convera. Convera announced a collaboration with Ripple around crypto-enabled payment and treasury solutions. The model being discussed is often described as a stablecoin sandwich. It starts with fiat, moves through a stablecoin or digital asset settlement layer, and ends back in fiat. Some people hear that and say, then XRP is useless. If stablecoins are doing the settlement, why do you need XRP? And I understand that argument, but it only works if the world runs on one stablecoin, one currency, and one perfect settlement network. That is not where finance is going. We are moving into a world of dollar stablecoins, euro stablecoins, tokenized deposits, CBDCs, bank coins, private networks, and fragmented liquidity pools. That world does not become simpler. It becomes more complex, and the more complex it becomes, the more it needs interoperability. It needs a neutral bridge. It needs liquidity between systems that do not naturally speak the same language. That is where XRP becomes relevant again. XRP was not designed to be a dollar stablecoin. It was designed as a bridge asset, a neutral liquidity tool between different rails. So when I see Convera working with Ripple on stablecoin-enabled cross-border payments, I do not say, this confirms XRP is used everywhere. But I also do not ignore it. Now here is where the story gets more serious. After the Ripple and Convera announcement, Convera also moved around Swift capabilities for cross-border payments for financial institutions. Again, this does not mean Swift announced XRP. That is not the point. The point is that Convera now sits between two worlds. On one side, Ripple and digital asset infrastructure. On the other side, Swift-connected financial institutions. One example could be coincidence. Two examples could be timing. But when the same pattern appears across payment companies, treasury systems, stablecoin rails, and institutional networks, I start asking a different question. Is Ripple becoming the settlement and liquidity layer around systems Swift already connects? And Convera is not the only example. Thunes expanded its global payments partnership with Ripple, focused on cross-border payments. Then Thunes announced real-time payments into the United States through a direct connection to a Tier 1 financial institution. Again, I am not saying XRP is automatically running every payment, but the direction is clear. Payment companies are racing to connect local banking systems, instant payment rails, digital asset infrastructure, and global payout networks. Ripple is not standing outside that trend. Ripple is inside it. And if XRP is exposed through Ripple payments, the XRP ledger, liquidity tools, or future settlement flows, then the opportunity is not just one headline, it is the direction of the entire infrastructure. This is why the Swift replacement narrative needs to evolve. I do not think the real story is that Swift disappears overnight. Institutions integrate, test, layer, and upgrade one piece at a time. The future may look more like Swift remaining as a messaging layer, while blockchain-based settlement, stablecoins, tokenized liquidity, and Ripple-powered rails handle more of the value movement around it. That becomes even more interesting when you look at Ripple Treasury, formerly G Treasury, which is listed as part of the SWIFT Certified Partner Program. This does not mean SWIFT is using XRP directly, but it does mean Ripple owns infrastructure that already operates inside a SWIFT-connected Treasury environment. And that matters because financial systems do not only change through headlines, they change through software, treasury platforms, banking tools, and systems that institutions quietly use behind the scenes. Ripple may not need one giant SWIFT announcement to win. Ripple may only need to keep expanding across payments, treasury, stablecoins, liquidity, custody, banking access, and institutional software until the infrastructure becomes too connected to ignore. That is why the stablecoin story does not kill XRP for me. It actually makes XRP more interesting. The more stablecoins exist, the more fragmented liquidity becomes. And the more fragmented liquidity becomes, the more valuable a neutral bridge asset could become. Now I want to stay balanced. There is still no direct public confirmation that SWIFT itself is settling payments with XRP. We cannot pretend speculation is confirmation, but we also cannot ignore the pattern. Convera with Ripple, Convera with SWIFT capabilities, Thunes with Ripple, Thunes expanding payment access, Ripple Treasury inside a SWIFT-certified partner environment, stablecoins becoming central to cross-border settlement, banks moving toward tokenized deposits and digital asset infrastructure. All of this points to one thing. Finance is preparing for a multi-rail future, and XRP's biggest chance is not to replace every rail. Its biggest chance is to connect them. That is the part most people miss. XRP does not have to be the only asset in the system. It does not have to replace stablecoins. It does not have to destroy SWIFT. It only has to become useful where liquidity is trapped, where currencies do not connect cleanly, and where settlement needs to happen faster than the old system allows. That is why this SWIFT narrative just got serious. Not because one announcement solved everything, but because the pieces are lining up in a way that makes the old XRP versus SWIFT debate feel outdated. This is not just XRP versus SWIFT anymore. This is Ripple building around the financial system, while the financial system slowly moves toward Ripple's direction. For my personal price outlook, I am not chasing fantasy numbers. If XRP keeps gaining institutional narrative strength, but we do not get clear confirmation of major settlement usage, the market may still treat it as a strong narrative asset. That can still move price. But the aggressive case is different. If Ripple's payment network, treasury infrastructure, stablecoin corridors, and XRP ledger exposure become visibly tied to real institutional settlement flows, XRP could move from being seen as a speculative token to being seen as infrastructure. In a strong bull market, if real utility and institutional liquidity arrive together, the $5 to $10 zone becomes a serious conversation. But that requires confirmation, momentum, and real liquidity. Not hope alone. So here is the final takeaway. I do not need SWIFT to announce tomorrow that it is using XRP. I do not need one perfect headline. What I need to see is the pattern continuing. More Ripple payment corridors, more treasury integrations, more institutional digital asset rails, more stablecoin settlement, and more banks connecting to infrastructure that eventually needs neutral liquidity. If that continues, XRP may not need to replace SWIFT in the way people imagined. It could become part of the system that makes the next version of global finance actually work. Now I want to hear your take. Does Ripple need a direct SWIFT partnership for XRP to explode? Or is Ripple already building something bigger around SWIFT without needing the headline? Drop your answer in the comments and subscribe for more XRP updates.